Generation. What's up YouTube, SalvoG here, and welcome back to another reaction video. This is a first. This is The Who. I've never heard The Who. This is going to be my first time hearing this band. So let's go ahead and get a little introduction to the song we're going to be checking out here. Well, actually, let me see if we can just get a quick description on The Who. London, England, also known as the Detours, the High Numbers. Rock, hard rock, power pop. Sounds good to me. So, wow, it looks like they paused and then reconvened multiple different times, and the last time they did that was 1999, and they are currently present. So they're still together. Really cool. 1964. Alright. I'm not gonna, wow, 100 million records worldwide. I'm not gonna get too much into this because I don't want to convolute the video. I just really want to listen to the music, and we'll take some deeper dives as we listen to The Who in further videos, so don't worry about that. But we have a song here called My Generation, and recorded in '65, released the same year, a little bit later. Wow, a month later. Okay, cool. Hard rock, proto-punk, I have never heard that before, and power pop. Kind of a short song at 3 minutes and 18 seconds. That's actually pretty standard nowadays, but for this time period, I would say it's a little bit on the shorter end. Alright, My Generation is a song by English rock band The Who, which became a hit and one of their most recognizable songs. The song was named the 11th greatest song by the Rolling Stones on its list of 500 greatest songs of all time. Are you serious? Number 11, you guys, on the list of the 500 greatest songs. This is a mega song. It became part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, and is inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame for historical, artistic, and significant value. This is a huge song. Reaching number 2 in the UK. Okay. 74 in the United States. Debut album. Okay, so this was from their debut album. Let's see. Okay, so it's self-titled. I gotcha. Alright. Debut album. Okay, this is from their very first album, you guys. Okay. The more you know. Well, I think that's a good amount of background information. This is a colossal song, everybody. This is huge. Wow, so this has some serious accolades. I am expecting quite a bit from this at this point. I'm not so much into watching the music video. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to just hear the music. So I'm gonna play the video, but I'm just gonna have the opacity turned really down low. I don't want to focus too much on the video. This is my first time hearing the band, so I really want to just focus on the music. But I'll have the video in the background for those of you that want to watch in sort of this low opacity version, just so it doesn't get blocked, everybody. Okay, thank you so much for checking this out. Thank you for enduring that kind of a long intro, but I wanted to see what we were getting ourselves into, and this is a huge song apparently. Let's go ahead and give this a listen, everybody.
People try to put us to down, talking about my generation, just because we get around. Talking about my generation, things they do look awful. Talking about my generation, I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation, this is my generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm not trying to cause a big sensation.
Sensation. I want to go back. I actually forgot the year that this came out. 65. Okay, wow. So this is a pretty early. This might be the oldest song that I've listened to on this channel. I'm pretty sure, or pretty close to it at least. It does sound a little bit on the definitely on the like the vintage side. Even like the early Led Zeppelin sounded pretty modern, actually, in my own opinion. This is like I can definitely tell it was early 60s just from hearing it. Yeah, this video, I'm really interested if this is of the time period or if this was a video that they made, way down the line after they recorded it, already recorded. That would be something I'd be interested to know, but like I said, we're not too worried about the video. This, wow, okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Talking about my generation. Very catchy so far, very fun. I can see this one just being played in everybody's car at the time, hanging out, or I don't know, disco was, pretty sure disco was still popular, maybe right in the middle of its, peak, actually. I think if I recall from the video I made about the top 10 70s or 80s songs, disco was just falling out of favor right at the start of the 80s, I believe. So I don't know if disco was even a thing yet, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe this was too early for disco. So I know that was like a 70s thing. What was the 60s thing? What was the style or popular phase that was going on in the 60s if it wasn't disco? Because that's like, okay, 70s is disco, 80s is more dance. What was going on in the 60s? You guys can fill me in on that. I would be greatly appreciated. Wow, I haven't talked this much during a video in quite a while, but I mean, this is a first for me, and it's a time period that I'm not really familiar with, so I'm just trying to talk my way through it and kind of understand. But all right, let's get back to the song.
Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm not trying to cause a big sensation.
Sensation.
I'm just talking about
My generation.
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 My generation, baby.
Okay. Was that a bass guitar solo? Yeah, that was sick.
Why don't you all fade away?
I like that.
Don't try to dig what we all
Say.
Try to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation. This is my generation. This is my generation, baby. My generation. People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around. My generation. Things they do look awful cold. My generation. I hope I die before I get old. My generation. This is my generation, baby. My generation.
Kind of reminds me of like what's the word? it's like it kind of reminds me of like a rebellious kind of anthem, sort of like talking about my generation, and it's like just talk like saying, hey,
In my generation, in my generation. Sensation. I'm just talking about my generation. My generation. My generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? And don't try to dig what we all say. I'm trying to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation. My generation. This is my generation, baby. My generation.
it's so interesting to listen to the arrangement of the song from nearly, you know, over 50 years ago, and comparing it to songs like you listen to now. The arrangement isn't that different, you know, and to think that stuff like this is the foundation of, you know, what I've heard all my life and what I'm listening to now, it's just kind of wild to me. Like, this is a pretty traditional arrangement. Verse, you know, verse, chorus, solo, outro. But it's like I just traveled through a time capsule, because it's not so different, but it is and it isn't. It's just such an interesting dynamic. I can hear the difference in time through the quality of the audio, obviously, but if you were to modernize the sound, so the audio was up to today's standards, it would fit right in. It's just crazy. Good, really good vocal. The bass was insane. The drums popped off at the end. I think this was a good introduction song. I think it's pretty. It's like it's a standard song, 3 minutes. It wasn't too like out there. It was, like I said, the arrangement was pretty traditional. So I would be interested to like hear one of their longer format songs to see like the creative side of them, because I think this was like pretty, you know, black and white as far as just like a standard version of like a song you would expect. But still, very, very amazing. I'm gonna go through the comments section when I'm done with this video, because this is kind of a longer one already. I don't want to keep you for too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, it's so hard for me to even construct my words when I'm trying to describe my thoughts when I'm listening to something, because it's so old that it's hard for me to even compare or relate to it. So it's really a brand new experience, and you know, when you're experiencing something for the first time, it's really not easy describing all the things and ideas out loud as you're watching and listening to it for the first time. It's not easy, and I try to express myself the best that I can, but it might not always sound the most organized or intelligent, but that's just because it's a brand new experience to me. So I hope that makes some sense, and I hope you still get some enjoyment out of it. That was really, really crazy. This was, wow. This is a top 20 greatest song of all time, basically. I moved it to 20 because, I mean, Rolling Stones calls it 11. I'm sure other publications would have it somewhere in that range as well, which is pretty significant when you think about it. But all right, you guys, I'm going to cut this one off. Don't want to make it too long. It already is pretty long, but I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, consider subscribing, and don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Until next time, peace.